down into my belly.
Hello!
Hey!
I was about to ask what time we were going to start.
No, right now. Hello, everybody.
Scotch. Anyways, hello, and welcome to the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast. Episode number 65. If you're in that chair, you have to be bilingual.
I'm trying to remember the actual number.
65.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm Matt Rojas,
Wow.
a.k.a. the Dread
We
Pirate.
broke a
This
streak.
is the CMG Podcast. We talk all things video games. With me, we have...
I'm Otto Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No Jeans!
There we go. Nice.
And on the end...
Jason's on, also known as Honor. But I came from the past. I'm time traveling to the future.
Yes, I saw pictures of him when he was young. He was a young,
Spitting
Is,
image.
fat Asian kid.
Is FDR still in office?
Yes.
How was FDR's run?
It was good. It was awesome. And on the production
FDR.
side...
On the production side, we
On the
have-
production side... Wow, you just killed... Like, comedic timing, bro. Like...
Oh,
Oh, there's nobody.
that's
Because
why.
Robert is at the zoo today.
Where?
You didn't put it over there. You're so dumb.
Dude,
All right.
it's a little difficult. I'm used
Do you
to
want
being
do
on
you want
that side
Ati
of
to
the
do the
screen.
production?
No, I can't see the screen. I
Okay.
can see it, but
I
that's
have
fine.
it now. I just...
We good?
the-
You're paying attention? Should we start over?
Welcome
Yeah,
to the CMG
I'll
Podcast.
just close it and then reopen it.
Okay.
And act like nothing happened.
That's probably a better idea. You know, how we like to start every episode is how our weeks have been. What
Yeah.
games we've been playing.
All right.
No, Jeans, what games have you been playing?
Let's see. Played some more Sea of Thieves, because that's what I do.
Word.
I played some Brawlhalla with you guys. I'm
Did we?
gonna. Yeah, we played
That was
over
last week.
for Mod Monday, right?
No?
No?
That was last week, bro.
Oh, that was last week?
Mon
Oh.
Monday was me playing
That's
a bunch of SNES games.
SNES games, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Mini Masters. Played some of that Insurgent Sandstorm PC game.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fun. It's like SOCOM, but Battlefield put together.
Nice.
With a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege
With
thrown in there.
yeah. And it's kind of like on the old days of SOCOM,
Mm-hmm.
where people actually use the mics and calling out stuff.
Really?
Yeah, even though you're not in the same party, they actually use the mics. You find a lot of military or ex-military players on there, kind of like the old SOCOM days.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
What game is this?
Insurgency Sandstorm.
For the
On
PC?
Yeah. Get it through Steam. I think it's like $30, which is actually pretty good for a game like that. But it's brutal too. Like
Like, what do you mean?
you get down super quick.
Oh, so like real life?
Well, in real life you don't get down that quickly, but yes,
I
It's-
like it.
it's very tactical. You don't. One cool thing about it is that when you are killed, there's no kill cam,
Okay.
so you don't know where you got sniped from. You have to really assess the battlefield and
So like games of old, before
Yes.
everybody started whining, where is he? What's going on?
yeah, it's very.
And you could just spawn camp and nobody... Okay, never mind. Don't spawn camp.
They have actually you can't spawn camp,
Can we talk about the one issue it had, though?
which is
The AI being just
oh
all-knowing
my. So if you're playing like
and God-sensing.
yeah, if you're playing like the co-op modes, you thought the players were lethal. But the bots are like, you walk out of the spawn, you barely get to the first. You might get to the first objective, but you're always dying. There's multiple classes in it, like marksman, rifleman, gunner,
Yeah.
commander.
Dude with a rocket launcher.
Yeah, and the commander needs a spotter with him or a radio op to call in things, stuff like that. So it's a pretty fun game.
Is it Insurgency? You say Desert Storm?
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm. Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Darude.
I'm just writing a note for myself so I can...
Yeah, no, it's a
Download
fun game. It's really hectic. It's very. Don't get surprised if you get downed all the time.
I've been playing Smash Brothers, bro. Nothing can make me more mad than that game right now. The game.
No, it's at least when you play this game, you know that
Yeah.
you're gonna die, and it's a battlefield, so it's kind of like, okay, I died, but you do respawn in after a certain amount of waves and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Chris.
fun game.
I know what you've been playing, but why don't you tell everybody else what you've been playing?
Let's see. I'll start with the one that isn't normal. I've been playing some SNES games,
That's
trying
true.
to beat Mega Man X on a friggin' D-pad.
Okay, go
It's
past
not
that now.
fun.
The real game that you've been playing.
Oh, you mean the one with the Iron Man suits?
Yes,
and
the
Yes.
Iron Man suits.
the giant ass aliens. that
Yeah,
are-
Iron Man meets Destiny.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Anthem.
Okay.
Nice.
Way too much Anthem.
What we're gonna be
How much
talking
did you
about.
sleep last night?
I don't think you did. Did you?
Is it apparent?
A little bit.
A little-
Just
a little bit.
The red eyes, the bags, the smell of Dorito dust, and
Just wipe it off.
How do you like it? How is Anthem?
Well, we're gonna talk about Anthem, so
Are
we
we?
can. Oh, we are.
Oh yeah. Oh, you put it in here. That's right.
Yeah.
I can give it to you in the briefest way possible without
then-
going too deep into
Okay.
it.
All right.
It's a game that Robert says he has to buy.
Which is very rare.
Yeah. Usually the games he says he has to buy are like Hello Kitty.
He's not very good at
Like-
shooters, and he doesn't have a lot of fun with shooters.
Yeah.
We all know Rob is more of the MOBA and like
Yeah.
RPG and stuff like that.
MMO type.
Yeah.
He said that this game is his better Mass Effect Andromeda and
You want me to read his actual words? He sent it to me.
Robert, how do you feel about it?
Robert, how do you feel about this? He said, my thoughts about Anthem. It's legit the best cross between Mass Effect and Destiny with little baby elements of Titanfall.
He sent that. Yeah.
He sent that to me. So,
Did he just copy paste the message to everybody?
maybe.
'Cause
Who
the-
knows? Or you can take him off screen now because he's not actually here.
I brought him back when you brought him up.
I know. Take him off.
You're dead to us, Robert.
Anyways, so you're having a lot of fun with it. Too much fun. We'll talk more about Anthem later in the
And we
show.
can talk about it, right? The NDA has been lifted because
Yes.
you can stream it. So I'm
Yes.
guessing.
Oh, if you can stream it within
Yeah.
the NDA's lifted.
Yeah.
So, what games have I been playing? Like nothing this week.
Really?
Yeah. I can't think.
Hey, Matt, do you want to Smash sometime?
Do you have Smash?
I think I played a little Smash. Do you have Smash?
I can get it.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a Switch?
I can get one.
Yeah, so can anybody. They sell them at stores. Like, are you going to get one?
Someone gives me one.
You son of a... See, there's a qualifier there that... All right, so, yeah, I played some Smash, actually. And that's about... Oh, I did download Mario Party, the new Mario Party that came out this
I've
year.
never really been a fan of that game.
Oh, they're fun. They're fun party games. I mean, that's literally what they're intended for. So
Yeah, but I don't go to parties really.
yeah, we
I'll
know.
be
You
playing.
don't even show up to your own birthday party.
That's not true.
That's a joke, no, Jeans.
I almost didn't actually for my 30th.
Surprise! Yeah.
I almost did. I'm like, well, I didn't even know that was happening. Obviously, so
Obviously.
I'm like, yeah, there's no need.
Anyway,
Claw in the chat says Chris looks hot.
Yeah, I'm physically sweating.
Yeah.
it's the bright lights. Yes, that's about it. Anyways, if you don't know how this podcast works, you can chime in at any time, just like Claw did right
Except
now.
for Claw.
Except for Claw. Anybody but Claw can chime in. Just kidding, Claw. We love you. Talk about anything we're talking about, and honestly have interaction with us. We'll try to catch everything. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes
So
we do.
low res.
But we have a lot of fun with you guys interacting because it brings new light to what we're talking about, and sometimes can change our opinions or.
Don't lie to them.
You're right.
Our opinions are
Our
always
opinions
right.
are solid. They're the gold standard. But Angry Joe Soldier literally put in the chat, chime. He has chimed in now. Thank you, Angry Joe Soldier. We appreciate you.
So just time him
What
out.
to do for Mod Monday? Mod Mondays will return our channel over to our mods, mainly mainly Chris here.
I mean, if
Mod.
any other mods want to do it
Hey,
as
Claw?
well. Well, Claw has really bad internet.
Yeah.
He's tried streaming, but it's
I'm streaming using integrated graphics on a.
internet quality.
Internet
High
quality.
five.
Internet quality means everything. Anyways, what'd you play Monday?
I played some Mega Man X.
That's not Mega Man X. What's on the screen?
That's Star Fox.
Which
Star
you also
Fox.
played.
And I couldn't actually play the game.
Why?
Well,
So when you're playing a game that's meant to be like 480 by like 160 on a 4K 45-inch TV, it gets a little blurry.
Why didn't you just change your?
Yeah, I
Resolution.
assumed that Nintendo wouldn't have that problem because Nintendo would do something about
You
it.
could just change your aspect ratio though on your monitor, and then been able to play it
This is a 45-inch TV. It doesn't really
on your
have...
TV. I guarantee you it does. Ate, back me up here.
no, I'm pretty sure there's aspect ratio changing.
It doesn't really have the option just to go really, really, really tiny.
We're saying aspect ratio, not resolution.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
I'm fucking tired.
He is tired.
yeah.
It's okay, Chris. But I watched you play some of the Star Fox. And I never really played Star Fox before because I didn't have this system when I was younger. And watching you play, I was like, wow, if I was like a young kid during that time, I would have been so into Star Fox.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, do you...
Angry Joe Soldiers. I said, I swear, if I have to watch Chris play Spider-Man for 18 hours
19.
again, that says 18. You need to learn that.
It was 19.
Okay.
It was 19.
I might receive the clap through my eyeballs.
Well, as this thing says, using the settings button on TV is difficult, guys.
It is difficult.
It is hard.
To be fair,
You have to
I
be able to
don't-
read first of all, know
Yeah.
where you're going to
I
navigate
also
the
don't know if I've
menus.
told you this before, but I don't actually turn my TV on or off anymore.
So how do you play?
I
The game system turns off and on with the game system, or what?
No, I just don't know where the remote is.
So you just leave it on at all times?
Yeah.
That's good for the health of the
Great for the
TV.
TV.
There's no buttons on the side. You can just like manually, like in the old days, where you have to actually go up to the TV
Knobs.
knobs.
There are, but I made the mistake of putting a coffee machine where I would be able to
Why would
have
you put a
access-
coffee
Why do you have
machine
a coffee
next
machine
to
near
a TV?
electronics?
Wow.
If you've seen my desk,
This is what we deal with, guys.
Yeah.
This is what we deal with for you. Chris. Oh, Chris. We love you. But that's
I'm
insane.
making compromise with the space I have, all right?
Got
All
it.
right. All right.
Um,
Next, he has a refrigerator in front of the TV.
Well, that's the thing. Says that's why you couldn't see the game. All the pixels were dead. That's probably true.
Give it time. That steam from the coffee maker is gonna kill that TV.
It's secure.
Anyways, we didn't have a game night.
Matt.
That was my fault.
Okay.
That was my fault. We didn't have a game night, and that was my bad. Wasn't feeling it. Anyways,
And Klaus says, "Can this podcast just be about fixing Chris's life? That can be a whole new show."
If anybody
why
wants
don't you sit back like you're in a counselor's, or
It'd be like called like chatting with Chris or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit what goes through your head on a day-to-day
I
basis?
think
And
it all started with my mom.
you got to bring the mic closer to you, though.
It's supposed to be really distant, really somber.
All right. All right.
Klaus says, Chris, do you have the microwave in the shower room?
I don't know if you guys saw my Snapchat from a while ago,
You
but I
did,
bought a
don't
bath
you?
bomb from Walmart, and
Oh my gosh.
I also bought a toaster that day.
Did you put the bath bomb in the toaster?
No, I
You put the toaster in the bath bomb.
I took some Snapchat photos of me getting ready to drop the toaster in the bathtub as a bath bomb. And then I did like a nice little edit transition and it turned into a little rainbow bath bomb that went
That's-
off.
You're so proud of yourself right now.
I had a couple people trying to get a hold of me that day asking me if I was okay because they didn't read the entire story. So they just saw like best bath bomb purchase ever.
Wow. All right.
Angry Joe Soldier says, me over here turning off the lights in every room to save electricity while Chris is burning the soul of his TV. It's true. Anyways, what do you guys say we get into this week in gaming news? Twiggin! A lot of things going down. Ate's going to love this one. There's one game that's going to make you get this Switch, right? And is rumored to come out end of this year? One game. What's that game, Ate? Try not to say it without a tear in your eye.
Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime 4, and we looked like we were getting somewhere, getting close, because they were announcing it. And usually Nintendo
Yeah.
announces things and then puts it out. Unless
Yeah.
we're talking Zelda, then it usually comes out way later. And then on the next generation, people are still mad about that. But I read this article, and I think I cried for Ate. Because I read it, I was like, oh no, not like this. They didn't just delay this game. Again. They started over. They completely scrapped it. And are starting over from ground zero. From going back to the drawing board. With the old studio that used to make these games, I think it's called Retro Studios, in Texas.
If you want, I'll
Because
I
as
can borrow my SNES to play Metroid on that.
yeah, Retro Studios. They're taking over. They're the people that have done the last few Metroid Primes.
To make you feel better, Ate?
Actually, that doesn't make me feel better.
yeah.
The fact that they're going back to the original developers of Metroid Prime, which is good.
They
However,
basically,
I am pissed. Because now I have to wait another...
Takahashi, he said, all this is very regrettable. We must let you know that the current development progress has not reached the standards we seek in a sequel to Metroid Prime series. Nintendo has always strived for the highest quality in our games. And in our development phase, we challenge ourselves and confront whether a game is living up to that quality on a daily basis. From this perspective, we have determined that the current development status of Metroid Prime 4, basically, the end game that we're about to get,
The only actual shooter.
is very challenged, and we had to make a difficult decision. As a development team, we have decided to re-examine the development structure and change it. Basically, they literally started over.
It's gonna be on the Switch 2 now. Watch. It's gonna be the last guardian of Nintendo. It's gonna Kojima is gonna come over and give him tidbits on how to
Guillermo
delay.
del Toro is also going to
Yeah.
work on the project.
It's like it'll come out in 20 years, guys. Don't worry. The one thing I was looking forward to, the only thing, and now
What if they were like,
Well, Festus thing says right now there's just a stick figure with Samus's helmet on the drawing board.
what
All
if
right,
they,
we have a protagonist.
what if they did what
Where do we go
Kojima
from
did? Matt,
What was that?
what if they did with what Kojima did and released the unfinished game for like 24 hours, then a bunch of people downloaded it,
And then took it off.
and then they completely canceled the project.
Um,
And then like, you know what, Metroid Prime 3.5.
So I think we're
HD
now going to have to give
Redux.
Ate the chair. You're going to have to lean back in this and tell us how you feel. How does this make you feel, Ate?
dead. I was
Dead
legitimately that's the
inside.
only game I was looking forward to for getting on the Switch. Smash Brothers, okay, whatever, but
Well, that's the thing, says Metroid Prime. More like Metroid 9.
you know what, Joseph?
9.
I mean, like I was watching the video too of him going through all of this. I was like holding the video and I didn't almost throw the phone, but I was.
He's all, I did throw it. It's embedded in the wall right now. That's why I don't have it
You
here.
went to buy a Switch to throw the Switch in anger.
Yeah. I just went to the
You
game.
screwed me for the last time.
I went over to the nearest GameStop. I ripped all their Metroid Prime 4
Posters down.
posters. Just like
Don't you lie to me.
no, but silver lining, they're going back to the original developers of Prime. But
Does that mean we're getting ad-free viewing on Twitch back? Oh, different. Oh, you mean
Claw
Metroid
says
Prime.
we all know that the Switch Mini comes out in 2039. We'll be playing Metroid 4. I really did feel bad for you on this one. I really did. I was like, damn it.
so I'm not getting a Switch this year.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yep.
If Nojin wants a game, it's not coming.
Yep.
It's not coming out.
You know, if it's
Metroid,
not at least 1080
SOCOM.
by the end of this, though. If it's not at least 1080 by the end of this, it's gonna be sad.
It has to be.
I mean, they could do it in 720 since
They would have to come out with like
Outside of
a
docked
Switch
mode.
Pro or something with better graphics. Which I think they're
can't it do 1080 when
It
it's
does
docked?
1080 stock. when it's
right,
docked.
but a game like Metroid Prime and the graphics that are usually associated with that.
Yeah, but you know, the Nintendo magic. They just make things look good with effects and the artistry and the way they do things.
Or they make it look like
or it looks like Star
Splatoon,
Fox.
Or
Well,
yeah.
Splatoon looks good. Not like, oh my gosh, 4K, but like the art lends to the style and it works.
Yeah. Or if they do, like I think they were rumored to come out with a faster
I'm gonna be
Switch.
pissed if that happens.
It's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. The graphics quality is subpar compared to other games, especially with the possibility of the PS5 coming out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be pissed because I literally just got a Switch, and it's only been out for a year. So, well, that thing says, can we start a GoFundMe to make a Metroid game? So just ask Chris to change the settings on your TV to account for 720. I don't think you're going to hear the end of that, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
What's an aspect ratio? You know what, Chris? I feel like you've been holding it in.
Yeah. One of these days he's gonna come over here and burn the studio
That's
down.
not what I was talking
Oh,
about.
that's
You
what I
got
was-
way morbid on this one.
Oh.
Go ahead. Unleash
What?
the Anthem talk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's time now?
Yeah.
The
Oh.
Anthem. The Anthem.
I thought you just wanted
VIP.
to see me cry. I was
No.
like, oh, I'm just...
There's been enough tear shed on this podcast. Anthem. What are they calling it right now? The VIP
Demo. Yep.
early access. It's Iron Man meets Destiny meets Mass Effect, like we said. How is it, dude? Like, how you're obviously you played it all last night. Give us a kind of a rundown with much emphasis and gusto.
It's kind of what you'd expect from BioWare actually trying to be BioWare and not make a game because EA is telling them to.
Oh, it's like when Mass Effect first started.
Yes.
And
The
KOTOR.
narrative, it could be better, but it's BioWare's first take at like an MMO shoot and loot open world thing that isn't the mess that Mass Effect was.
Yeah. Well, it became.
Andromeda.
Yeah. Because Mass Effect was amazing. It's what it became.
And to be fair, you feel kind of badass when you're flying around. You're about to overheat. You start just nosediving. You fall through a waterfall. It instant cools you, so you come back up. And then you get punched out of the air by a Titan.
So the game has different classes, right? Like,
Yeah, what are the
Yes.
classes? Tell us what
So-
we can expect. We're jumping in this. These people don't have it yet. Maybe they do.
Storm, little self-explanatory. He's the floaty dude with the cape. He's essentially the mage.
Okay.
His ultimate, by the way, ultimates in this game aren't like Destiny. If you pop an ultimate in this game, you cannot die. You will be invincible for the duration of your ultimate.
Oh, okay.
Seems fair.
So, you know,
Yeah, you're not going against players. You're going against
Yeah.
NPC, so that's fine.
I think it's fine if you are.
Storm is essentially the mage. He does area damage. What's interesting though is your ult doesn't. You don't really have the option to change your ult unless you get the gear to change your ult.
Oh, interesting.
Because your suit is essentially just the suit. You upgrade it by getting new parts, doing different things to it.
So it's not like Destiny where your power's inside of you and you're light.
No.
It's the suit is what's giving you these abilities. I.e. Iron Man.
It's a little minor spoiler for what I'm about to say. If you played in the alpha at all,
No.
one of the first missions you play, pretty much everyone you know dies. Like right off the bat, before you even get to meet the characters.
Oh, okay.
They're just acting like you have all these friendships with these characters, but they're all enemy characters.
Not
it's like,
anymore.
No! My friend is dead! We have to avenge our fallen comrades! Oh no!
Okay, so it's a basic revenge
Yeah.
story.
Except you're trying to take revenge against God?
Wow.
With a flight suit? That'll work.
Yeah! That's kind of the thing. The Shapers is what they're calling the people who create planets. They leave
I'm
behind
not
all
mad at
these...
that. I thought you were telling me they're like shapeshifters. I'd be
They
really
leave
pissed.
behind all these relics of how they create the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, roll credits.
Oops.
It's called the Anthem of Creation. Hence the
name.
Is,
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's a thing. Says so. It's Iron Man meets Halo Reach, where all the characters are crap and die. That's literally what I thought. What my brain went to when he said they all die right there. I'm like, oh, great, Halo Reach.
a little bit in the beginning, but that's only like one mission, and that's the tutorial.
No, it's fine.
The best.
I still feel like I was screwed over with Halo Reach. Like that game pissed me off.
Hey man, if you got that one haunted helmet, you were one of the lucky ones.
Okay, but
So you have the storm person, then you have like I'm guessing
Storm is essentially range damage. You can switch Storm to be defensive. You can switch Storm
Nobody
to be
wants that.
offensive. So a defensive Storm has basically, you know what lightning bolt is from like Magic or something like that? It's a projectile that just kind of
Yeah.
zips.
did you
Yeah.
just ask us if we know what a lightning bolt
Yeah,
is?
But the actual spell, lightning bolt.
Yes.
Like it's just a simple. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's like that, but with fireballs, and you get a wall made of lightning that amplifies your fireballs.
So wouldn't it a better thing to ask us was, do you guys know what the spell Fireball is?
It's not. It doesn't function quite the same way.
Okay.
I mean, you could even get your lightning to perform like magic missile if you felt
What's
like
magic
it.
missile? Never heard of it.
Okay. So, you got
So
Storm, you got the Mage Guy. What else? What else is in there?
You have Colossus. That one's
Of Clout?
self-explanatory. He's the big boy, the beefy guy.
The big tank.
That on the screen is Ranger. I believe that's what he's called.
All right.
I don't actually know because I don't like him all that much. I think it's Ranger. Yeah, it's Ranger.
Okay, and what does he do?
It's your all-rounder kind of shit at everything.
Oh, okay.
But-
Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Mario.
But his ability mainly is, you remember that scene in Iron Man where War Machine locks onto a bunch of targets and his little shoulder cannon just fires all the micro missiles?
Yeah.
He does that, but it kills everything. Like everything
That's pretty cool.
ever.
I want to try that.
One of your secondary abilities is a rocket that just tracks and it goes. At first, it's kind of underwhelming and it goes poof, and then it goes, and then you'll just see a group of enemies just go up in a plume of death because your rocket's doing like 200 damage,
Ah.
and the
So I'll be
damage
playing
does
this when I
scale
get
with
home.
level.
Yeah.
Then there is my personal favorite, Interceptor. Interceptor is like the Blade Dancer from Destiny,
Nice.
except it's the only javelin in the game that can triple jump. So every other javelin is limited to a double jump.
Okay.
This one can triple jump before it can enter flight.
Oh, nice.
But it's also got the fastest ground speed in the game. It's the most agile, has the least health. But its ultimate lasts for about, I think, 40 seconds?
Jeez.
Like 30, 40 seconds?
Okay.
And what is it?
You spin around waving laser whips in the air, absolutely decimating everything like a fucking tornado of death.
This sounds like my kind of guy. That sounds awesome.
I don't know if it's going to come back up on the screen.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Says Chris Hype Level Funeral Home. So if you missed it, he didn't sleep last night.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
been-
playing Anthem all night. So basically, you're saying anybody who's anybody should get this game?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I will explain Colossus, though.
Is there people that? Okay, all these people that are gonna like it, but can you explain maybe the kind of person that wouldn't like it?
Communists.
Okay,
Okay.
there we go. That's
right.
what you need to know.
No, but, and finally, Colossus, the guy I didn't really want to explain. He's just big. He's heavy. He has a riot shield sometimes that blocks all damage sometimes. Well, it blocks damage for, like, when I say blocks all damage, I mean it has a health pool
Kind of like,
And a
like
limit.
Reinhardt.
to which you can use it, but during the time it's up, anything behind you will be protected.
Cool. So it's a tank.
Awesome.
It's a big Reinhardt tank.
His ultimate, though, is essentially a mortar that fires. You remember the Fat Boy from Fallout?
Okay.
He basically fires Fat Boys.
Like multiple or just one?
Multiple.
Oh, jeez.
At anything he wants.
It's more of like an area of effect, not a targeting thing?
You point your gun and you click the trigger and anything in front of you dies. You can aim it. Sometimes it gets lobbed. It depends on what you have equipped.
Okay.
All right.
He's also got miniguns and flamethrowers.
Awesome. All right. So Anthem, I will be downloading that today. Playing
Yeah,
it
I already
tonight.
downloaded it, but it's from today till tomorrow?
Yes.
And then the next one's going to be February
Yes.
something? So you have the VIP demo now, this weekend,
Go play it.
and then
I'm-
it's coming
I'm excited.
back next month. And then when is it supposed to be released? The full game?
The 22nd
Feb.
of February.
All right.
February?
One of the things we've always said about why we feel Fortnite did so much better than PUBG initially. Obviously now the marketing and the community they've already built, that's exponentially bigger, right?
Yeah,
Was because PUBG was not free to play.
correct.
And these were the only two places at that time that you could really get a good or decent battle royale, right? PUBG has announced, PUBG Corp has announced that they are making
Bluehole?
Yep.
a free to play version. They're calling it PUBG Lite.
Can
And
Michael
it is
run it?
it is standalone. It's not like you download the PUBG and then you get only so many options. It's a standalone game. It's separate. You have to download PUBG Lite.
Okay,
So it's go ahead.
like, what do you get for it? I mean,
So what this is it's gonna come with the basic maps. I think it has two maps: the first map and maybe second map. And really, their target is not necessarily the free to play, though they think that will help them a lot. It's more the specs, because what they found is because the game it is graphically intensive. You got
Yes.
all the draw distance and the gunfire and the quick movements. That's why it has trouble translating to console. It has trouble translating,
To Michael's
mobile,
PC.
to Michael's PC. It has you can't play a game without getting lagged out, crashing really. So they made basically it's in beta right now in Taiwan. It is a kind of stripped down spec wise version of PUBG, and it's meant mainly for areas where it's hard to come by, economical, situations of that culture. It's hard to come by, decent gaming PCs because you don't have the money to build it. And if you have a PC, you could still play this, still get your PUBG fix, still play it or whatever. And making it just more open to the world versus pay $30 over here and you need to have a good gaming PC. So, I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's a little late to be dropping this right now. You should have done that the second you found out Fortnite was free or
yeah.
something.
To be fair, though, Fortnite also released a game that was relatively complete.
Yeah. They had 10 years to work on it. Go ahead.
So, I mean, yes, Chris? It's going to be odd. I mean, what about, so if it's a standalone game, do you really think all the players that would have been playing the normal game are going
I
to
can
switch
only
over?
think of one, and that's Michael.
Maybe
What kind of
Cameron?
marketing are they going to be
Well, here's a
structuring?
good point. Claw says it sounds like it's aimed at, like, China. I could see that. Like I said, the marketing, their demographic, they're aiming for places where they're not building gaming PCs, where they don't,
That's why they did PUBG Mobile, because China
China
had the whole embargo on playing
Is it going to be
video
like
games.
a port of PUBG Mobile?
No, I think it's
Or just a stripped
It's probably
down?
going to be
Yeah.
a port of PUBG Mobile, but scaled up relatively.
maybe.
Because it's probably still going to have the same cosmetic system and whatnot, because they got to make money off of it somehow.
Yeah, they're probably going to push hard on like cosmetics and
Just like they do on the mobile app.
yeah.
Well, this thing says 1 billion made in a year and a half. Yep, now it's time to start building the game. What a joke of a company. Yeah, we had a lot of tolerance and patience for what they were doing before and the trajectory they were going with.
Especially early on, since they're a small
Year
company.
one was the beta, and they were letting you know, and they're coming out with this and
There
that.
was essentially one dude for a long time, too.
Yeah. Honestly, the second they made it bigger than that and
Got a company behind
got
him.
a company and were actually
Revenue.
going and they went too far. Like, honestly, I don't think they should have gone to console. I think they should have fixed the game they had now. And why can't this game be just part of PUBG? Like, you get PUBG Lite and you get the downgraded specs, and if you want the better version, you can go up, unlock here, and it takes you to a marketplace and you buy it.
To be fair, I think the main issue is, and pardon the French, was they just didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a big possibility. I mean, you've got Epic Games.
It was one guy who wanted to make a game. He
Like
got the
Arma.
chance to make his game, but built it around a mod of Arma.
Mm-hmm.
And once he got a company to back him, still kept it built around the Arma system when he could have made a system that was better, frankly,
ground
and
up.
From the
Yeah.
ground up, yeah.
less resource intensive.
That's what they should have done. You're right.
They
So
grew too
this
bigly
is
too quickly.
this is not
essentially.
going to be for everybody. This is not going to be for me. It might work for some people out here.
And who knows? Maybe it'll blast off like Fortnite did.
Doubtful, but maybe it will. And if you've had trouble, you couldn't play PUBG because you have some,
Older.
HP pavilion that you spent $400 on, and it's got
Dell
integrated
Inspiron.
graphics. Yeah, Dell Inspiron, some sort of crappy computer, and you just want to get on that PUBG hype that, even though that train left a while ago, you can.
I don't have my train whistle. I'm disappointed. Because whenever he says,
I'm not.
whenever anyone says train,
Yeah,
Or something like that.
when he streams, he'll blow his train whistle.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, if you want to play PUBG on a subpar system, here you go.
Claude says, you say that, but PUBG still gets 90 million users. PUBG is bigger than Fortnite. Please show me some stats on that.
it's 90 million bots in China, Claw.
I don't actually believe that they're... Because I had
No, I'm
somebody
sure
saying
it's still
that they were...
high up there.
I doubt it's bigger than Fortnite.
Somebody
no.
was trying to play the other day, and it takes forever to find a game now.
That could have been their side too.
Maybe.
Was it Michael?
No, that just laughed at him when he clicked the icon. It said, ah.
China
Didn't
number
say
one.
the magic word.
All right, so yeah, it's coming out.
Now this next bit of, and don't show it yet. This next bit of news is actually incredibly interesting. For the longest time,
Oh.
for the longest time, he's lost.
I'm just looking at
Oh.
this hideous.
For the longest time, we've had Sony,
Yep.
Microsoft,
Yep.
Nintendo.
Yep. Sega.
Sega died years ago in the console world, right? Dreamcast.
Hey, don't
was
forget
rolled-
about Soldier Boy.
Okay.
His up and coming game studio.
Yeah. Sega died years ago, unfortunately, because Dreamcast was a good system. There's nobody that's competed, right? There's nobody that's, and really the battle for the last so many years has been Sony versus Microsoft, the PlayStation versus Xbox, and now the Switch has finally made a concerted effort, and they're now back in the race. They're now back in the soiree, as we will, and there's been nobody to step up because who wants to take that challenge, right? Would you ever I would not think to myself, a good idea, I'm going to get rich, I'm going to try to take on Sony and Xbox and make my own console.
And
I mean,
Nintendo.
maybe Xbox.
Maybe.
Probably Xbox.
But the last time this has been done was Xbox. Right? Because you had your
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah,
and your
Nintendo.
Sonys and your Segas.
Yeah,
The Xbox,
the Xbox was
that
the newest one. Yeah,
thing that came out by gamers, for gamers, and everybody's like, holy crap, what is this? It was an amazing system, and anybody that says otherwise, stupid. That's the last time that was been done, and that was
2000,
1?
The before time.
2000, maybe?
I think so.
So like 18 years ago? We haven't seen that. Well, somebody's going to try to do it now. Slightly Mad, they're a game development studio. They
Can I click
No,
on
not
it
yet.
now?
They have. They're the people behind Project Cars. You can go back to the normal scene actually if you want. Okay, switch it over.
Switch over.
No, I don't want to anymore.
Dork. They have decided they make Project Cars and so they make video games, right? They have come out saying in
There we
3
go.
years they will be releasing a standalone console. Not a Steam box, because all these people that come out with their gaming
Oh,
consoles,
yeah.
they're all Steam boxes. Every single one of them is a Steam box.
Yeah.
Even the new Atari console, that's all it is. It's just a digital content, basically Steam box. And they're
Except the new Atari can't run Steam, and it's almost $600.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like it's not a direct competitor.
No, yeah,
And
it's
none of
more
these
of
are
a novelty.
Yes. They try to market it like it is, like, oh, the new gaming console.
Soldier Boy though is a true
Yeah.
competitor.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep bringing that up.
No, this and if you look at the pictures behind us, it's crazy. Like
that one's interesting.
yeah,
That one's ugly.
that's the console and it's see-through.
Those
That
controllers
one's also
are
ugly.
those controllers are pretty cool looking.
I like the controllers a lot. And
I like that.
I like the triggers.
I like the screen on there.
Yeah. And those actually, I'm not mad at the console.
I'm mad at the
It's
shape.
something different. It's not the giant VCRs that we've had for so many years.
But
like
it looks like an H.
Who cares? I
who
mean,
cares? It's cool. It's something
I-
different. When the Xbox came out, we hadn't
No,
seen
it's a
something that looked
U.
like that.
yeah, that's true. The Xbox was drastically different compared to the standard box shape of a PS2 or a Nintendo system. I do like those
This
controllers.
thing better have
yeah.
like 5G, and that's why it has those little nubs at the top.
I don't know. All I know is the specs haven't been announced yet, really. But they are saying it's slated to come out in 3 years, and they are said it is going to be a direct competitor to Sony and Microsoft. It's going to be a new console. And
I'm hoping.
I like
it's-
the color scheme they have for it though.
I'm wondering if that's like RGB where you can change it whatever
I'm
you
sure
want.
it is.
It most definitely will
Yeah.
have to be.
I didn't think I'd be excited to hear something like this, honestly. Like, because usually when you hear that, you hear Sega might be coming out with a new system, Atari might be coming, and you never know what's going to be happening, and then it ends up being a stupid Steam box or something. This is coming out firing 3 years before release, giving us actual design, actual kind of a mission statement.
I'm
what they want to
interested
do.
to know who's behind this company.
Slightly Mad.
No, I mean like.
Oh, who's backing them to be able to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, because you
It's
know
not
they
a
make this money on
crowdfunding
Project
thing.
Cars.
Well, actually, Project Cars does pretty well. It's like
Okay.
one of the biggest PC racing games.
Let's see.
I also want to know who was the creative lead or designer on this.
I honestly think it's really cool, like because it's kind of like a PC. It kind of looks like a
Yeah.
custom PC.
Yeah.
But it's a console. They're not coming out saying this is a PC.
I need to
they're-
wait for it to come back to see if it comes in black.
Might be kind of cool. I like the white design though. I really do.
It'd get dirty.
That's why you clean.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
I'm
come
more
in
interested about
black. Okay.
the specs,
Yes.
and the one thing I'm kind of worried about. I mean, that controller is big enough. It's kind of like an old Duke controller
Yeah, I like it.
that they could potentially jam a big battery in it because that screen and those lights are going to drain the battery pretty quickly.
Well, and here's the thing too. They did say it will have at least 4K visuals.
Well, I
Yeah,
would
better.
hope so.
So
I
Well,
would expect that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, they're not coming in like Nintendo's what they're saying. They also said it will be utilized with most major VR headsets you'll be able to use on this,
Except for the
PlayStation.
PS
Yeah.
except for PSVR. But think about that.
and the Oculus, because no one wants that trap.
Oh, but it will. But think about that. You no longer have to get a crazy gaming system to use an HTC PC to use a HTC Vive or an Oculus. If you want to go the Oculus or the HTC,
I'm wondering.
you can use it on this console. It's also
It's almost like a hybrid computer console then.
yeah, and it says that it will allow VR at 180 frames per second.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
It'll allow VR to go at 180 frames per second.
Okay.
90 for each eye is what they're saying. But
It's one
They're-
screen.
no, look at you're usually getting projected 2 screens into look at PSVR. It makes it look like one screen because of the way your eyes perceive it, but it's
I thought it was one panel in the PSVR.
You can't do one panel in the because you need 2 different
depths and
yeah.
yeah.
You can't get a 3D image on a 2D screen. You need to have some sort of differential between the screens for your eyes to perceive
See,
it
I
as
learned something new today.
yeah.
And
It just looks like a one screen because you're looking.
what they did say, what they are claiming, and if this is, I mean, we're going back to the Xbox days, the old school Xbox days. They are claiming it's going to be the most powerful console ever built.
I don't know about that because I saw some rumors about the PS5.
That's my thing. I think they're slow playing it. That's why they say 3 years. Because how realistically, how far away do we think the PS5 is?
I'm guessing that the PS5 will be, and I've said it before, announced later this year, and either be released. I'm guessing like late 220 or early 221. I'm guessing more towards 220.
Yeah.
Because if they do come out, if the PS5 does come out 220 or 221, that would give them the Mad Box enough time to compensate for what the specs are for the PS5, and they could up the numbers. Now, if they do, I'm just wondering how expensive this console will be. Is it gonna be like an elite, console where you're paying for the power, or are they gonna do what they did with
Can we just cut the crap and just call everything PCs from now on? Because that's what we're doing at this point.
No, because what you get is what you get.
The difference between a console and a PC is that a PC you can modify, you can change
Yeah,
out parts.
Which we're getting there now, though.
But not
Not
really.
too-
Like with consoles, what you get is what you get beyond. You can change the
hard drive.
hard drive.
that's about it.
Add peripherals, and the reason consoles are consoles, the beauty of them from a developer's perspective is what you're developing on for the lifespan of that. So everything is the same specs. You're not putting out something that has to be a broad range between all of these specs, and then with a new update, you've now eliminated that generation of computer or that graphics card or whatever. That's what a console is. It's the economic way of playing video games.
I get the feeling, though, that next-gen's consoles are going to come close to being,
They're not-
around, $600
Yeah, but in a year they'll
systems.
be. But in a year they won't be as powerful as a PC or something because PCs are always evolving, and somebody like Robert's putting a 2080 in his computer, and it's gonna blow something
He
away.
can't afford that.
He has a 2080.
No, he has a 1080.
He said he bought a 2080. I thought.
He didn't yet.
No,
Because he was trying to sell his card to Chuck.
I thought he did sell his card to Chuck.
He did not.
well, we'll find
Yeah.
out eventually.
Okay. Anyways,
I do like the design of this controller,
I do. I like it a lot.
and the things you could do with that screen. It can be a simple menu screen. It could be
Yeah.
a map.
A compass. I don't know.
Something.
The consoles. It looks interesting. Like I want to turn this on and get the same feeling of when Xbox first came out with the bubbling,
yeah.
and the lights and like I want it to wow me, and I feel like I'm getting myself too excited for this, so I need to temper my expectations. But we haven't seen this in freaking 18 years. Somebody try to crash the market because you got such big players in that market that. I mean,
It's going to be a big war.
Even when Xbox came out, it's still a big player in that it was Microsoft. This is a game studio that's trying to crash. That's trying to crash into this market, and it's insane.
Oh, hey, Robert. He's in the chat. He does not have a 1080 yet.
2080, yeah.
Or 2080. Found a better one.
He said, wait. He said, since why would you reveal all your cards up front when you're trying to be a direct competitor to well-established studios? I don't know if she's talking to us or there's a conversation there.
Yeah. The chat's going.
The chat's
crashed.
there's a debate going on about if this is valid or not, and somebody's saying this is not going to be powerful. I think, and people are going back and forth.
I'm sure they're just going to show the design, get people hyped.
Yeah, they haven't even said this. This is maybe not the final design. They haven't decided yet, but that controller.
If they keep the
badass.
controller and maybe change the design of the console.
I just noticed in the bottom right, the controller had a keyboard interface.
Right, like a lot of.
Like it was an entire QWER
Yeah, PS4 has that.
on the controller.
Oh, they're making the actual screen the
Yeah.
keyboard. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's sick. So you could just.
Yeah, that's okay.
See, like.
Hold on, I gotta talk to this noob. Click. F you. Goes back to the game. That'd be cool.
I'm. Like I said,
I can see the potential of this.
the potential here is insane.
Yeah.
Like high ceiling here. Also,
This would be-
very low floor. This could just bomb. It could
Yeah.
just be, you know.
If it can run Crysis 2, then we're good.
I don't know. It seems like the chat is very split on this. Some people are thinking it's basically. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to go through and read all of this, but thinking that it is more of a. What's the word I'm thinking? More not a hoax, but more of a.
Pipe dream?
Pipe dream. That's the word I was looking for. Or pipe dream. It's not going to be anything. It's not even going to be a competitor. It's not going to be this. And they're saying that because they haven't released any specs. But
I think this would probably be the one console that I would not want to throw the controllers, because that's gonna be
that's
mess.
a pretty controller. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that's a $100 controller.
It's fine.
Easily $100
This is
replacement
one of those
controller.
things where you got to go day one. Like as we get closer and they start announcing the specs and
And the price point.
and hopefully they have. First off, what can we expect first party? It's a game studio.
You know
What could we see from that maybe they come out and we've got the next quote unquote Halo that defines a generation, you know, that changes the landscape of what we're used to. Could that be what we're seeing come up from this? How much third party support are they going to get? All these things that as
they have enough time.
Exactly. As they start announcing, I'm excited now.
This is what I was hearing about a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew that there was a new console coming out. Didn't know exactly what it looked like. Didn't know who was putting it out. But I heard that there was this company that was making a new console. It's probably these people. But they were already getting, like, support from devs like EA and Ubisoft and things like that because they're offering a lot of money. And they're, like, offering a lot of, like, exclusive rights and deals for a bunch of game developers.
I could tell them it's Ubisoft.
Ubisoft people don't even know how to say Ubisoft.
Anyways,
Ubisoft.
Everybody there says it differently.
yeah, I know.
It's hilarious.
It's so obnoxious.
So we have time. I think.
It's like it's
It
so
looks cool.
out of left field.
Yeah.
Like you would expect a giant gaming studio to do this. Like and when I say giant, I mean like somebody with history like Ubisoft, somebody like EA, somebody like Activision, somebody come out.
Is that a camera button?
It is. It's probably a screenshot button.
So yeah, well they have to have that. If you don't, you're dumb because
Microsoft
PlayStation.
doesn't.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying though. Like the potential of this, and like if I had read this article, I would have been like, okay. It's really seeing the pictures that make you go like, this is 3 years away, and that's cool.
You know what will really sell me on this? If it, on the front panel of the console where it's glass, if it does like that infinity glass thing with the RGBs,
that'd be kind of.
and it kind of cascades backwards,
That'd be easy enough to do.
I would definitely pick that up just to have it sit on my shelf like a paperweight.
He's dead. Jim says, at its worst, it can make Microsoft and Sony improve themselves.
True. Competition. Yeah.
Yes.
Competition is good.
It's, yeah.
Maybe the next PlayStation won't look like a toaster.
And then that this thing says, reality is artists tend to be more excited to build a game for something new than just the same old, same old. The more stagnant an industry gets, which gaming has, more likely creativity breaks through, which is true. Same thing when the Xbox came out. You had Halo. You had other games.
Yeah, Xbox really, when that came out,
It was a little slow at first.
Yeah, but when you had like Halo, you started seeing more story-driven games start going on console. Well, I mean, I guess you had Final Fantasy before that, but like
Medal of Honor.
in shooters.
Medal of Honor.
Okay.
Can we get Microsoft
Usually,
to
but
remake
like
Hello
remember on
Kitty's
the original
Island Adventure?
PlayStation, like most of your shooters, it was like a small little cutscene that was like basic, and then it was you just drop in, and the next mission you just drop in, and it was usually like a.
Well, again, during that time,
you mean
it was kind
like
of
Metal
hard.
Gear?
It was kind of hard to do that during
Yeah.
that time too. So, whereas Xbox had the hardware potential to actually do that.
And I feel like Halo changed that in the gaming industry in a small. I think it's one of the contributors.
Halo also brought the worst kind of gamers to the forefront. The guys that
Teabaggers.
the guys that sit in the corner.
That was Halo's fault.
And then
That was Halo's fault. I mean,
then because you can't respawn quite yet, you're just watching the dude for a solid 30 seconds. Just
Yeah.
well, the camera circles. Like, I mean, can't be all good, but yes.
look what that gave. It gave us
Says-
Fortnite dancing, Matt.
There's a thing. Xbox was Microsoft. Unless Amazon or Google is shadow funding this, I don't see how it can work. That's one way to look at it, but obviously they have somebody backing them because they're not making this console, and they don't have that kind of manufacturing power because you have to put billions into being able to do this, right?
And
to manufacture at a mass
This is
level.
already ready too.
well,
That prototype design is, yeah.
The fact that they're at least showing this 3 years in advance is probably a marketing not ploy, but tactic.
Do you think this is a tactic to get backers, or do you think they already have it?
To get backers and or raise
they
the
already
hype?
have them, and they're just trying to flex.
I think they have the backer.
So
You don't make this kind of a bold statement
3 years in advance.
3 years in advance unless you know you're going to be able to do this.
What if it was Elon Musk?
That'd be hilarious.
That's what I was thinking.
Now
Like
I'm gonna
somebody
send
like
my-
that too.
Now I'm gonna
Like
send my game console to space in my car that went to space with my rockets that go to space.
But we'll see.
We're gonna have server farms in space.
oh, that's the thing. Says Amazon and Google aren't the only rich companies in the world.
It's true.
Blasphemy. They're the only ones.
No.
Uh,
So I'm
What if it's Disney?
I'm pleasantly excited about this. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think I would be if I heard a new console
One
coming
more
out.
time, Matt. What if it's Disney?
Oh, please don't let it be Disney.
I mean,
Maybe that's why they raised their prices.
what they did with the Marvel, with the MCU.
Right. You know,
When you've got funding and you let people do what they want to do.
Did we talk about like
See,
Far From
the difference
Home on
between
the podcast yet?
like Disney and owning something doesn't mean it dies. It means they give you the backing to do what you want, and they'll just try to make sure that kids could still go watch this.
Yeah.
Like EA in backing you, or so the Activision backing you, or Microsoft in backing you means you do it on their time, and you don't really have creative control if it gets in the way of their timelines, and they're gonna stifle you, as we've seen many times. So if it was Disney, okay, but I think Disney is pretty full of themselves and would have already been like putting their logo on this and made a huge announcement and freaking they'd be there with the wand making the Mickey Mouse powered by Disney
for Mickey Mouse.
Maybe that's true.
It's Metal Mouse.
Metal Mouse.
Um,
Well, I'm excited about the next topic.
the next time. Oh, hold on. Yeah. When you guys think about, can you go back to the normal
jeez.
screen?
I hate you.
Don't hate me.
I hate you guys.
Well, you shouldn't. When you guys think about like going back into like a period of time, right? Like if you had a time machine, where would you want to
Bubonic
go?
plague.
I would go. Let's see.
To when Metroid wasn't being canceled.
About 1 day ago, actually. No.
Well, yeah. Most people are like, dude, I want to go see the dinosaurs, right? Like, I want to go back and, see Jesus do miracles, or I want to go back and, I don't know, see the Crusades or something, right? Like, people want to go back and see crazy things. Nobody, unless you're Chris apparently,
Bubonic
says, I want to go back and experience the bubonic plague. That's going to be dope. No, because you're probably going to catch it and die.
No, Matt, think though. Imagine all the looting of like priceless artifacts that I'm going to be
It
doing.
belongs in a museum.
No, it doesn't. It belongs being sold to the museum.
Okay,
by
well, that's
me.
the thing. Would want to see Jackie Robinson's first career MLB game. That's the thing. Is like you usually want to do those things. This game, it is called. Hold on, let me get to it. I just slipped away from it.
Can we go back to Oregon Trail then?
Yes, this is called A Plague Tale: Innocence. It's coming out in May, and it is the story of.
Did I not put it on there? Oh no,
You had one job.
I missed it.
You didn't put it in there?
Wait, hold on. I'm just gonna transition to see if this
Transition,
is. No. No. Okay.
Take it off. Take it off.
All right. Let's
Take it off.
Let's just get into farming simulator.
No,
Okay.
go to the just go to the normal screen.
Okay.
I'm gonna go fix this.
You don't have to go fix it. I'll tell you.
go fix it.
Okay, he's gonna go fix it. This follows.
I was really hoping it was just the wrong name.
It's a video of Ati brushing his teeth.
Wait, is it actually about the plague though?
It's actually about the plague.
Oh my god!
So,
I didn't even look at the podcast outline.
Oh,
That
that's
was
funny.
just a random.
this is a game where you follow a noble woman whose
That's
little
not-
brother is sick, and you play, I guess, as both of them and trying to go through. I believe it's France during this time, and you have to loosen it, bro. First,
Nah,
Don't
it
just
was
pull on the
it was
table.
just a little bit.
Anyways, so you follow them through, and the video that they show is the first video we've seen. It's 15 minutes of gameplay, and you see swarms of rats and like
Dread
armies.
pirates?
Yes, armies that have been taken out by this thing, like camps that they all have bubonic plague, and people dying all around you, and you as pretty much young kids actually are trying to get through this, just survive in that time. It's a very interesting and there's the gameplay behind us now. It's a very interesting,
Dark Souls, but with the plague?
I guess,
Oh.
concept. Look at all the rats. That's crazy.
Shit, I wasn't far off with the whole bubonic plague comment.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and it's around time.
Rat
Obviously,
plague.
they're taking artistic liberties and making it, an adventure story.
Oh, that's
And as you can see here, her torch, she's able to move the rats away from her to get through, get Guessing those are more like the.
There's just something so uncomfortable about watching the rats try and jump over each other.
Yeah.
And not be able to. Dude.
This is a weird. So.
Why? Tell me why, Matt. Who are they making this for?
I don't know, because I
Who asked for this?
I don't think anybody asked for
They
this.
should be fired.
I don't know what to think about it. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's got kind of that Naughty Dog feel.
Last of Us.
Yeah, Last of Us kind of a. Yeah, little Horizon Zero Dawn-ish.
I don't know what Horizon you played, Matt.
As in the the
Okay,
the way
that's
they're
kinda cool little
moving
mechanic.
and everything.
So she had to follow the guard using his torch
Yeah, it's
to get that torch. So it's
it's supposed to
actually-
be like it's supposed to be a survival puzzle game. There's a lot of puzzles, they say, in this one.
Jump over these rats. Find a way to arrange these rats in a circle so you can open a door with the rats.
Last note said, so Chris has an issue with rats. Good to know.
I take it you don't like Indiana Jones when they're going through
The sewers.
the sewers.
Yeah.
No, it's just that them all jostling in a huge wave.
Yeah. I
I don't know.
don't know. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I'll probably, wait till the price drops kind of a game. I don't know if I, like, need to have this game, but it's an interesting concept, to say the least.
Man,
He's got a slingshot. Get it.
Ratatouille 2 is insane.
The rats strike back.
Oh, look at them swarm over that body. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a very, I can see how this
Is that-
game could be kind of.
Was that Atreus?
Atreus.
Atreus?
Oh, more rats. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, and that's why I wanted to talk about it and put it
Yeah.
on here, because I hadn't heard about it.
Oh, they're pouring out.
Oh my gosh, they're
okay.
everywhere.
It's like a fountain of rats.
Yeah.
And you can see all their eyes glinting too. Ooh.
It's so crazy. So I mean, maybe if
I want to know what asshole thought it was going to be a good idea to make it so you could see their eyes in the light, and you can tell that someone individually textured every single one of the rat hairs so you could see, like, from even a distance. It's just a bunch of different rats.
it's kind of a trip. I'm
kind of interested to play it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, you might, like, this could be worth picking up. So I mean, I hadn't heard about it, and I don't know if anybody watching or listening had heard about this game, but definitely look at the footage.
Can we go to
It's a
something?
trip. It's a puzzle game in the Black Plague era. That's survival, stealth.
To be fair, though, I asked for bubonic plague.
Same damn thing. What?
Can we go to something more positive?
Last note says that is just vile.
Yeah, it's.
Well, it wasn't a good time for anybody. They
I don't think it was like that bad, where it was like literally like.
A sea of rats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of Sea of Thieves, let's just change the ocean to be rats. Sea of Rats.
If you have a weak stomach, maybe don't play this game, because you're going to run into A, rats, and B, probably with people with a bunch of, Black Plague sores and crap on them and coughing at you, I imagine, somewhere in this game.
Well, that's the history jokes. We got them.
We got, it's, I don't know.
I'm
intrigued.
Yeah. It's,
That's where I'm going to leave that. I'm
Yeah.
intrigued. Maybe I'll let somebody play it first.
It's definitely a game Jude would want to play.
Such an idiot.
I'll say it now. If they release this game on VR, I will play this game in VR for all of you to see.
Well, that's the thing. Says Black Plague Sores, best heavy metal album ever. Let's make it. But yeah, so look forward to it. It comes out in May, I believe. That's what I said, I think.
For what systems? Is it PC or?
I believe it's just PC. May 14th.
If it comes out on the Vive, I'll go to one of those Vive studios, where you can rent time on the Vive to play this game in VR.
What is it on? Oh, it's scheduled to release for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Okay.
So, all of them.
I swear, if it gets VR, I'm gonna.
I might just play it just to play it. Esports is big, right?
Yep. $billion industry.
Billions of dollars industry.
Yeah.
Are we going back to what I think we
Yes.
are?
What do you think? Like the next big trend would be like, is it? Are we going back to shooters? Are we going
Rat Plague 2019?
It's Rat Plague 2019 survive the rats.
Yeah, because you think like Call of
Fortnite
Duty
can't last for forever. So what big game is there going to be a resurgence of fighting games that's kind of happened a little bit? What's the next big trend you think we're going to go into for esports?
Maybe we can go back to like
Entitlement? No, it's already there.
go back to like DDR.
Competitive DDR. That'd be fun to watch, actually.
Yeah, it would.
No. Apparently, and this is news to me, it is Farm Simulator.
Really?
I'm not even kidding you. That's when you switch over, Chris.
I'm sorry.
He was entranced by the rats.
Literally, esports, the next big thing, with $250,000 worth of cash for this esports tournament, or I guess league. It's
So
Farming Simulator 19. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not making this up. This is not
going
April Fool's
literal
joke.
with the seasons then too, probably.
Yeah, sorry, $280,000 in prizes. They're literally going to be competing against each other on tractors.
How long are the matches going to be?
I don't even know what a match is in this. What are you?
You have to. Sometimes it takes hours, because you're just sitting there legitimately doing farm shit.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I can't wait to
Are
watch
they have,
one
like-
round be 16 and a half hours.
and how do you even judge that? I mean,
How much crops do you yield? Maybe your
Yeah.
return on investment if you sell a lot. I don't
See, here, let me just try to imagine this. And it's like, and we have Optic Scumplord. Oh, look at that. He took a
He's the
shortcut.
best tractor driver in the game. We can just
He's-
all agree on that,
he-
right? He's the original
He
OG.
took a
oh, look at those
shortcut.
lines.
He took a shortcut in planting his seeds. It's going to save him some time, but it's going to hurt him on the crop return. Oh, it's a real daring move. But I think he went with oranges over
I
apples.
think he's a little overcompensating.
So he's going with the tried and true wheat method.
He's going to need another silo if he's going to be able to get all these crops out.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's dead. Jim says the Fire and Ice team shows up on a hay truck.
Planning to harvest 3-month tournaments. Yeah, like how long are these tournaments going to be?
I don't know.
Are they going to have like the planting tournament and then 3 months later do the...
Dude, could you imagine if it went on all year and they never got to leave? They just
just-
started setting up living quarters and actually farming and shit.
I just want to know what they're. You know, there'll be some inventive names for this. They're all going to be farmer based.
The haymakers.
Haymaker.
The ruts and the plows.
And then there's gonna be that one satirical team that's like, "Don't call us chicken," and that's their name.
Yeah. They actually have different tournaments for different things, like chicken farming and plant farming, cow farming. Wow.
You know, maybe if this was like Truck Simulator, it would be a little more interesting than just watching this fucking tractor.
How would you
go
get
up and
excited?
I
down.
just call Farmer John.
The
That's just
field.
going to be my thing. Nobody gets to take it. I claim it right now. Dibs.
It's like Bob Ross is driving the tractor for a little bit there.
I mean, I could watch that all day, but
Okay, but you know how
Gonna
this,
go ahead
this
and paint
started?
some happy little crops.
This is the funny thing. This started because apparently, this sounds so stupid. I'm about to say this out loud.
Is it like a bet or something?
There was this whole underground scene.
There's the seedy part of the internet. What are you guys doing over here? We farm.
Farming simulator tournaments already happening for several years in the shadows. This has been going on apparently. And the creators of Farming Simulator are like, I think we're on to something. Let's give these people a place to play and make a real try at this.
What's the password?
I
Plow.
like that you said the real seedy parts of the internet, by the way. I had to say that I appreciate
I can't with this game.
I'm just imagining pounding on a steel door. It's the password.
Whole grain.
I don't know how we got to this point, but we're here, and Farming Simulator is coming to a town near you. Go compete at a Best Buy or something, I'm sure.
No, it's a
That's a
Sprouts
Walmart.
or
A Sprout, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's if you're high end.
you make it to the pro leagues.
I'm really interested to see how they even do this.
You know we're gonna watch the first one,
I know.
right?
We're
You
gonna-
know we're gonna sit there like idiots and
Can
watch
we-
the first
Can
one.
we please stream us commentating over it? And just add
We
the
give you
lights-
a reaction
we,
stream.
No, we actually comment. We become the head commentators of Farming Simulator.
Hey, you know what?
We gotta do a Farming Simulator. tournament.
Farming Simulator. If you guys want to reach out to us, maybe make us your premier.
We'll try to take it seriously, we promise.
We do all
That
of
would
it.
actually be the best part. If the commentators are so like, what is going on, that they're just laughing at the whole thing. That would actually be better.
It'd be honestly also really entertaining just to see Veli like getting super hype over this dude getting his bread.
Oh, look at him do those crops! Oh my gosh, he did it again!
Wow. I am definitely interested about this.
Oh my gosh.
I can't breathe.
I mean, I get
that was really hard to get through,
I
guys.
get like a fishing simulator because that's a
'Cause there's
sport,
fishing
Even
com-
truck simulator.
truck.
That's at least you get to race a little bit, maybe. Kind
Doing
of.
tractor pulls on this thing.
Wow.
Do you imagine though if your tractor breaks down and you get a point reduction and you have to
Well,
get out
that's-
and fix it?
Well, that's the thing. Says Summit playing Farm Simulator. The rage quit you never knew you needed. He streams.
Look at how long this is taking. He's literally
Can you
gone
imagine?
back and forth.
Can you imagine the spectators in there? A bunch of people in overalls and straw hats.
Jeez.
Oh,
It's
my
got a
God.
first person mode too. Oh, they can get action shots.
Oh.
And Farmer John is slowly, and I mean slowly, moving his crops.
Oh my gosh. All right. Should we move on to the
Oh,
nitty gritty?
it's getting dangerous. Oh, he's back
Oh,
on
he's
Oh,
the
he
going
went on the road. That's
Oh, wait,
Mark's.
no,
That's
he did
Mark's
a whip
for sure.
around.
He
Yeah.
lost. He
That's
lost
a
Mark's.
real point reduction.
Yeah.
The amount of time lost there, he won't be able to make it for winter.
Yep. He stopped the tractor. He's done. He's given up. He knows it's over.
He's throwing the game.
All right. Next thing, which is what? I think just
I might watch it again more. I think our nitty gritty's next. Honestly.
yeah.
I've got
It
a
is.
gambling
Yeah.
problem.
Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Um,
From what you know what? From one true champion of esports to another. The nitty gritty is where we break down a topic.
oh, I accidentally clicked on that. Nice.
Good job. Don't transition yet. We're getting to a topic where we really break it down. Although this has been a lot of kind of meaty topics that we broke down a lot too. A
Raw
lot
dog shave?
We had a banning. The ban hammer came down in another one of those exhilarating esports places, Hearthstone.
What's wrong with Hearthstone?
I don't know. Nobody's head gets blown off, so
No.
I'm not watching it.
I'm just
You can-
imagining a dude trying to open a bunch of packs competitively, just spending money on packs. It's like, let's see who can get this rare card first. Spoilers, it's no one because the game's broken.
So apparently the way Hearthstone competitive esports play works is you're playing against, the other person, right? And your team's alongside you, and you're like, because they have esports teams. So I'm guessing it's like your best 5 against their best 5, and you're competing 1-on-1, like that kind of a thing. And then,
Is that how it works? I thought it was just a one-off.
well, he had a teammate that he was talking to, so
Oh.
I don't know. And apparently the way it works in Hearthstone is the way you talk to the administrators when you're telling them what your decision for the next match is going to be, like what you're using, if you need to make an announcement or point something out to them. How you talk to administrators, there's a text box on your screen, and you can type in it and then hit send, or you can minimize it, not do anything. But I guess what this guy does and their team does is when he knew what match is coming up, they will type a message on the screen and like look over to their buddy and like, hey, like ask him to read it, and then he'll like nod like, yeah, like ask him a question. Like, hey, should I go like this on this? And so I guess that's what this guy did.
Hey, you totally down to cheat right now?
I clicked the farming simulator.
Yeah, I'm
Dang
down
it.
to cheat right now.
What is going on with this? Okay. No, but and I guess you aren't supposed to use that for anything, and you're really not supposed to be asking. You're not supposed to be talking to people around you. I guess when you're in this mode, so nobody can like, you can't talk to the person next to you, and like, hey, can you see what that guy is doing, or like something of that nature.
Obviously
It's-
cheating.
Yeah, cheating. His name is Apex Void. I'm guessing that's what this would be. It's APX Void. He asked, what did he ask? I guess the actual thing he put on there was, do I play for Hard Fatigue in the Warrior matchup? That's his next matchup. And he's trying to get his attention. And I don't know if he got the guy's attention or not. And then he ended up minimizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And his match was coming up, and they asked, what are you going to do? Or what I forget what they're... Basically, they asked him, what he's doing next. And he was going to put his selection or something, and he never cleared out that message, I guess. He just minimized the message, and so he accidentally clicked enter when he maximized it again, and sent that message asking for insider information, basically, on what
To
the
the
other opponent was doing,
admins?
straight to the admin.
Oh.
Yeah. So...
I don't even know why they give them that option in the first place.
Because it's just supposed to be you communicating with the admin.
Right, but I'm saying allowing them to talk to their buddies. I didn't even know this was a thing too. So
What do you mean?
You said he could talk to the.
Well, his guy's sitting next to him, and he wanted to look at his screen.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
it's like if we're at a dinner
okay,
table, and I'm like,
okay.
and I like type something out, and I'm like, I just show you, and you read
Okay,
it, and you go
okay.
like, and you nod.
Okay.
That's what he was trying to do, and he left that message in there, and they banned him.
Wonder what cheating in Farm Simulator looks like.
Going over and trampling their crops.
Is it like
PEDs for the oxen you use to.
I pre-planted some seeds for us.
You got to be on the mic, bro.
They're hidden behind the barn. There's a tarp.
What's going on?
Just something they're saying in the chat. Yeah, I mean, just don't cheat, I guess. I mean, it's just one of those things like as a Nitty Gritty, it's like it's so blatantly
well.
obvious that you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. But people will cheat. They'll take drugs. They'll take, in this case, insider information or help. But
Extra wheat.
extra wheat. Yeah. I don't know.
He says, Matthew, it's a gaming podcast. You don't need so many dramatic pauses. That was me trying to figure out in my head what was going on here exactly and trying to express
I have to read my Star
exactly
Trek
how this works because I don't know.
lines.
Like, I don't. It's a weird format.
There it is again.
Yeah. I don't know. It just.
I
it's
guess
just-
he got banned for it because they said he was trying to seek insider information on what to do in the next match, I guess. I don't.
I mean, if he was trying to find
That's
out
a bit much for what he supposedly did.
Yeah, he just accidentally hit send when he meant to.
If he
clear
was
it.
trying to find out before the game, then
That's not really.
like if he's just like, "Hey, do you think I should do this before the game?" Not like, "Hey, do you know what he's doing? Is this a good idea?" It
Yeah.
depends on what the actual message.
And they're kind of saying, like, if he just
is.
asked the person next to him that question, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal.
It's the same thing, though.
But, yeah.
I think that's a kind
Maybe
of
they're taking
hard.
it as he was trying to coerce the admin for.
That's
help.
that's how they took
Oh.
it. That's how they took it, that he was trying to ask. Because he sent it accidentally to the admin
Oh.
when he opened it. I don't
Okay,
know.
I can see that being. But even.
Nobody's that dumb, right? You would have to know that he wasn't actually trying to ask the admin for insider help on what to do in the next round. Like,
But I think it's also the fact that he's kind of abusing a tool that's meant for
Yeah.
strictly talking.
the
Yeah.
admin. Yeah. There's a lot that could go into this, basically.
Yeah.
Does
I
sorry.
don't even.
It's a bit much.
If it was my turn, it'd be like, he screwed up. Hey, don't use the text box that's meant for admin to talk to your buddy. Just,
Is it a ban for life or is it?
no,
a
I don't know, but
temporary
just for the
ban?
next. And he was in. Let's see.
Well, that's the thing in the chat says, please make that a T-shirt. Don't cheat. No jeans.
And I guess you're not supposed to talk. And I guess with this article, it's from PCGamer.com. They're comparing it to like the SAT, where even when on your breaks, you're not allowed to go talk to the people. Like when you go on your break, you're not allowed to talk about the SAT to people and give them any sort of help. It has to be just your own knowledge.
Wow.
And so I guess that's how these tournaments are. You're not supposed to be asking for advice. It's supposed to be because it's not a team sport. It's a one-on-one. You just have a esport team, so I mean, I guess I get it because you still were asking somebody.
I'm sure you signed some sort of thing saying that you're not
Yeah.
going to do that. So, I mean...
Is it all that serious, though? Like,
I mean, it's Hearthstone.
Hey, No Jeans, we'll
Yeah.
make a shirt with you, doing the sexy Jeff Goldblum. The No Jeans No Problem that Matt made.
that was
Except it'll be no
Burt
cheat.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
How did you just confuse
Sexy-
those
it's-
two?
We'll do it with sexy Jeff Goldblum
Oh,
because we
okay.
can't have nudity
Well, we can.
on the shirt.
Well, you can.
But
we're not
no,
gonna do
we'll have no cheats, no problem, and it'll be you doing the same thing.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing.
Jeans cheat, don't know. They're just going stupid with it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, can you take steroids in esports or nah? Sure you can. There's
I mean,
plenty of drugs in esports. Sorry.
technically, no.
I mean, there's really...
You're not supposed to be on any.
Depends on I think, the game.
You're
Like-
not supposed to be on any illegal substances.
Are steroids illegal?
No.
I didn't think so.
I believe they are.
Steroids? I don't think they're illegal. It's just depending on the... Like, obviously,
I mean, you
sports...
can get testosterone and HGH and that stuff pretty readily. Like, you don't have to go to some shady.
No, I mean, obviously in sports where they have the unions and they make those rules, yes, you can't use them. But
Yeah.
there's no video game esports union that's established all these laws yet, and they really need to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Farm Simulator needs to be at the forefront of.
They are the catalyst.
I mean, they literally started out with fucking underground wheat farm.
no,
Underground wheat farming.
so dumb. But I don't know.
I don't know if
I think the ban might have been a little too much, but if it's established that in that gaming scene that you're not supposed to do that at all, and if they've done it before,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say like a temporary ban is fine, but not a major ban.
Don't we have a friend that like helps run like Hearthstone tournaments? They were at one of the CMG.
What'd you say?
Don't we have someone that helps run Hearthstone
Whiff.
tournaments?
Whiff.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
Yeah.
Should just tweet her and ask her why this is a big deal.
That's a good point.
Well, that's the thing says in the chat. Burt Reynolds is a lot like Jeff Goldblum. One has the manliest mustaches in the history of men, and the other is Burt Reynolds.
Last says, I'm sure he was given a list of rules, and he broke them, whether knowingly or unknowingly. He's held accountable. Yeah. No, he says he does know by using that chat box
In the manner that he did.
to talk to the person next to him. Basically, he did break a rule.
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand the Hearthstone world enough to know like
He's
how
taking it
big
like a
a
champ,
deal
though.
is that really. Like that's like I don't.
Well, if they're comparing it to like how you said the SATs, I mean, if it's that established to be that way, I mean, he knew what he did,
Yeah,
but well,
it's just weird.
you wouldn't think that from like a game like Hearthstone.
Yeah, you're used to like esports, like you're always talking to people, the
Yeah.
people around you. Like so, I just didn't realize it was that strict. I didn't realize that was such a big deal. I don't know.
All right.
Why are you almost laughing, Chris?
Just imagining one of the rules in farming simulator tournaments. Like every time you sigh, will let the wheel of your tractor just. It's a deduction in points. Or every time you bring up how much of a hard day's work this is, deduction in points.
All right, so I think we can get into the claw.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I really don't have an opinion on this.
Yeah, just don't cheat, don't be stupid, don't get caught, or
Don't get caught.
Don't get
really.
caught.
Don't get. You're gonna cheat.
don't get caught.
Don't get caught. We don't suggest you cheat. It's a bad idea, but definitely don't get.
But if you do cheat, we're not telling you.
to cheat. We're just saying if you do, be a lot better at it. Don't
Yeah.
turn yourself in. That's essentially what he did.
But we're not telling you to cheat.
But we're not telling you to cheat.
Do it well.
Yes.
You're going to do it.
If you're going to do it.
But don't do it at all.
Klaus says, I guess it would be like chess. You are not expected to talk to anyone.
Oh.
So I guess it's, I guess so. Those kind of thinking games, card games like Magic or chess, or I'm sure Go and.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm going to move my pawn onto your pawn, bro.
Well, I mean, I guess that's allowed, obviously.
Trying to come at me hard about chess, bro. You can play chess if you want.
It's the one with the red and black pieces, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Moncala. Esports Moncala.
That'd actually be fun.
Esports Connect 4 would be fucking
That'd
hilarious.
be good too. Anyways, let's move on to the claw.
Esports Twister.
This is the chat lobby ask. This is where we open up to you.
Yes, we know, Joseph.
We were
moving on.
trying.
Yeah.
This is where we give the show to you. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Anything video game related.
Sometimes not.
Really not. Anything
Yeah.
you want to talk about. If there's something we didn't cover that you want us to cover, it's your show. You have the floor. Anybody in the chat, if you want to get in on this and you're not watching live, you can leave comments on the videos or on YouTube, which, by the way, you can follow us at Casual Misfits Gaming on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. What else? iTunes, SoundCloud, everything,
Yeah,
really.
pretty much.
except for Twitter. Twitter is CMG_Gamecast. Follow there.
Ow.
Claudia, so do you guys pay taxes on digital
Yes.
goods?
Or have you a second home in a state that doesn't pay digital tax? No, we pay our taxes, brah. Well,
'Cause
that's the
that's-
thing.
for the
Can
longest
Chris
time we
please
didn't have
explain
that.
the history of the bubonic plague? All right, Chris. Go ahead.
I have no clue, actually.
That has been history with Chris.
I mean,
The more you know.
Now you know.
just most of the time I'll have random fun facts. You'll think I'm lying, but they'll be real. And you're like, wow, he knows a bunch of stupid, worthless
Yeah.
However,
That's exactly what goes through my head, actually. Give you guys a few, 30 more seconds.
we didn't always have digital taxes.
Yeah.
I think that's a new thing for us
Yeah.
now.
Are there any games that you think, this is from Angry Joe Soldier, are there any games that you think need to be revived
Republic Commando.
or continued? Obviously, we will always say
SOCOM.
SOCOM.
Republic Commando. SOCOM's already coming back.
SOCOM's not coming back.
Isn't it?
No.
I thought they were doing a new SOCOM.
No.
No, because if believe you me, if they were,
There was H-Hour.
yeah, H-Hour is like a spiritual successor, but that's on PC, and I think it's coming out for consoles as well.
So SOCOM and KOTOR. Those need to be continued.
Well, but
Republic
this thing
Commando.
says Pong VR. That actually would kind of be fun. They actually already have a game that's very similar.
I think so.
That's basically a VR game. I forget what it's called, but it has a long tunnel and walls like a triangle, and you can like bounce it off the walls and everything. And it's basically a 3D ping pong game. Looks pretty cool too. It's like a kind of like a Tron.
Claw says Angry Joe Soldier. They will just say SOCOM. Guilty. I mean, we really like SOCOM.
Spore would be cool. Remember Spore?
Yeah, wasn't that just being played like last year, 2 years ago?
No.
We talked about it on this podcast.
Wait,
Spore?
is Spore the one where you started out as like a germ and then you...
Yeah,
you
you
got
basically
bigger and bigger, and you can even leave the. Yeah, you talked about playing that like a year and a half ago.
No, Spore's a lot older than that.
Well, it was. I thought it had like. Am I thinking something else?
You might be.
I don't know.
No, Spore would be kind of cool, new graphics and all that, but it kind of fizzled out because it's like
I want a new Spider-Man game.
Well, that's the thing. Has a really good point. He says they're going to cancel SOCOM and kill Ate Sol. So here's what we do: reverse psychology. Ate, you are not excited for a new SOCOM, and you do not want a new SOCOM to
That's
come
right.
out
Okay,
in
yeah.
any way, shape,
I
or
could care
form
less.
in the near future.
And you also do not want the new Metroid
Nope, don't want
anytime
Metroid.
soon.
Yes.
I don't want a new God of War. I don't want a new Gears of War.
I don't want to know what love is.
Yeah, Spore was like 2007.
Oh, okay.
They said.
What was that game you were playing recently? Then that you can go like all microscopic and then go
Oh, you're talking about everything?
everything. That was the game I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
no,
yeah.
way different game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got you. I remember.
Angry Joe Soldier says, I want more darkness or prototype. Ooh, prototype would be fun.
Yeah.
I want more Infamous games.
I knew you were going to say
Well,
that. I
that's-
actually knew he was going to say that because I think of them as almost the same game.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Yeah, and I was like, I
Infamous
think
was
it had
fun.
its run. When you changed the script and didn't, like, when you went with the second son and didn't really go anywhere from
Is
there.
it because he's brown?
No,
No.
he's not even brown.
Yes, he is.
He's emo Mexican. Let's see.
Remake Speed Punks.
Ooh,
Speed-
well, that's a thing.
that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Oop.
They should remake
Hello
Metroid
Kitty's
Prime.
Island Adventure 3. The Return of the Insurgency.
World of Keflings reboot.
Oh, Jesus, no.
It was a little quaint, funny game,
That
but
was dumb.
it was dumb. But
I
it
mean,
was,
the guy's not like brown. He's pretty light skinned.
He's
just actually looking that up right now.
he's
I was. From the
He's
picture, he looks white.
he's Native American and
Is he?
Spanish?
Something like that. Infamous co-op, please.
Main character, Deslin Rowe.
All right.
Can
No,
we-
Infamous co-op. That'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of hard to do.
Can we just get LucasArts back in general?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I think they're already doing that,
They're
right?
doing that.
Yeah.
Don't wish for it. You don't want it out there. You
Oh
don't
no,
want
that's right.
Marvel
I
Ultimate
don't. I don't want that.
Alliance. You were the killer of games.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
I think that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I'm gonna go home and play some Anthem,
Me too. Actually, I'm going to a brewery, and then I'm gonna go home.
and then I'm gonna play some
Play some
D&D
Anthem.
afterwards.
All right, cool.
I'm not.
Way to rub it in my face.
He really wants to play D&D with us.
I don't want to anymore.
Well, that's a different. You don't want to play as D&D. That you're playing online. It's 3.5. You don't want
It's
that.
different.
You don't want that.
Are you guys gonna have a tournament anytime soon? We are
Farming Simulator.
Yeah, Farming Simulator. We're the forefront. Tell you what.
I want to get on the underground
I know,
scene now.
I know.
I'm just imagining Matt with a bunch of face tattoos, like little rain droplet, not a teardrop. It's specifically a raindrop, and he's got a bunch of wheat on his arms.
wheat stalks.
Please tell me the difference in the shape between a raindrop and a teardrop. How did you draw that differently? I'm just wondering where your brain went with that. That you're like, you needed to specify it's
no,
not a teardrop, it's a raindrop.
You need to specify. Whenever someone asks about it, you're like, no, it's a raindrop.
Claus says no jeans should stream D&D.
Actually,
We have something coming, maybe potentially,
And it's me. Heyo.
and we might have a little fun with it here at the studio.
and as far as the guys having a tournament anytime soon, we're also weighing our options.
Yeah.
Can I just throw a siege tournament? Is that cool with you guys?
Claus says a tear is an upside down raindrop. I don't think that's how that works. Gravity, the weight of it would be still at the bottom, right?
No, it's funny too. Is a teardrop or a raindrop. It's not that shape either.
Oh no, I guess not. It'd be
It's just a sphere.
yeah.
He gets a little fucking.
Claude just said a CMG D&D show with a surprise face. We can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. All right.
I still want
Because that would take way too much production value. I don't think we have that ability
Yeah.
with the cameras and everything we have here to be able to do that in the warehouse and run a campaign game.
I mean, we
even in
could
the
just move the
studio.
cameras
yeah.
out by that, little.
I'm
couch.
trying to be
Vague.
misdirecting and vague here,
Yep.
Hey
but
man,
give them that hope that maybe something's coming.
you already said something's coming.
Angry Joe Soldier says, actually, a real raindrop
Like
looks
we're having
more
a-
like a
a
squish
raindrop.
burger than the traditional teardrop. Yeah, when it's on the ground,
Welcome to
right?
the Nature Podcast with CMG. We talk all things farming and rain.
I don't know what's going on anymore with this
Casual
podcast.
Misfits agriculture.
Yes. Are we
Casual
done?
Misfits
Yeah, we're
Can
done.
we finish?
Yeah,
We've debated raindrops. That's where we got to. Anyways, this has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 65. You can follow us
Middle.
at Casual Misfits Gaming on pretty much
It's so
all
weird, isn't it?
platforms you have for social media or podcasts, also YouTube. And then Twitter is CMG_Gamecast. Klaus says, Matt, we are not making SOCOM 2 remake. Chris, we are making SOCOM. What?
I don't know. He's trying to be funny.
You're not funny.
He's saying that I'm the spoiler effect, basically.
Oh, okay. So he's saying, like, Matt, there should have been a colon there. We are not making SOCOM 2 remake. Chris, colon. We are making SOCOM 2. It's funny with punctuation, Chris or Claw. Anyways, this has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 65. They're still debating raindrops
I
in
know.
there.
I
I'm
know.
Matt Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate. With me, as always.
I'm Ante Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
You looked at me and you still got the timing wrong. Close. It's okay. It's going to be okay. And on the far end, we had...
Oh, Jason Zahn, also known as
Yes.
Zahner.
We had Exlorian Chris.
Try my huevos.
It's been a CMG podcast episode number 65. Teardrops and raindrops are the same thing. We'll see you next week. That's when you hit the transition, Chris. Right there at that
He had
point
the mouth.
when I just let it go.